So after learning about cofactor and column operations, we can now use them to get the inverse of a matrix. So the inverse of a matrix is denoted by A raised to -1, assuming that the name of our matrix is A. So to get the inverse of a matrix, we have two methods. First, we have the adjoint method and we have the AI method. Okay, so first method is the adjoint. The adjoint of a matrix is the transpose of the cofactor matrix. So adjoint of matrix A is denoted by ADG, and then A is equal to the transpose, meaning yung matrix na makukuha natin is itra-transpose natin siya. So yan yung adjoint ng matrix. Okay. And to get the inverse of a matrix using the adjoint method, so the inverse is equal to the adjoint divided by the determinant of the matrix. Okay. So for example, we have a matrix A equal to 2, -1, and 3, -1, 2, 5, and 3, 0, 2. Okay. So we are advised to determine the inverse of this matrix. Okay. So to get the inverse, of course, we have to get the adjoint. So to get the adjoint, adjoint of matrix A. So, bubuo tayo ng bagong matrix dito using the cofactors. Okay, so, wait lang. Let me use this scratch. Di ba we have learned that the cofactor is -1 raised to I plus J. And then the matrix, example 1, 2, 3, 4. The remaining matrix kapag i-remove yung column tsaka yung row. So, in this part, gagawa tayo ng bagong matrix. So, in short, iba-iba yung sign na ma-generate natin. Okay, so the first part we have -1 raised to 1 plus 1, column 1, row 1, and then the remaining matrix. So, tatanggalin natin itong yan, and yung matitira na lang is 2, 0, 5, and 2. Okay. So, nagtataka kayo siguro kung bakit hindi ko in-add yung 2. Kasi yung goal natin dito is gumawa ng bagong matrix, meaning magkakaroon tayo ng 3 by 3 matrix. So, hindi natin i-determine yung determinant, kaya hindi ko sinasama yung 2. Tsaka, hindi ko sila pinagpa-plus or sinusubtract with each other. So, parang gagawa tayo ng 3 numbers in a row and 3 numbers in a column. Okay, so, next part, we have, of course, -1 raised to 1 plus 2. And then, after removing that, matitira na lang is -1, 3, 0, and 2. Okay, and the last part of our first row, we have -1 raised to 1 plus 3. Then, removing that part, we have -1, 3, 2, and 5. Okay, so that is those are the first 3 members of our matrix. Then next, we have -1 raised to 2 plus 1. And then our matrix will be, removing that one, -1, 3, and 5, 2. Okay, next we have negative 1 raised to 2 plus 2. Then we have, removing that one, the cross, 2, 3, 3, 2. 2, 3, 3, 2. Okay, and then we have negative 1 raised to 2 plus 3. Okay, removing that, we have 2, negative 1, 2, negative 1, 3, and negative 5. And 3 and 5 pala. 3 and 5. Okay. Now we have the last row ng ating matrix. Ng ating bagong matrix, we have negative 1 raised to 3 plus 1. Then we have negative 1, 3. Removing that 1, 2, 0. Then negative 1 raised to 3 plus 2. We have 2, negative 1, 3, 0. And negative 1, 3 plus 3. So we have 2, negative 1, negative 1, and 2. Okay. So, ito yung magiging members ng bagong matrix natin. So, isi-simplify lang natin. Uunahin ko with the signs or negative 1 and 1 raised to something. So, this is negative 1 raised to 2. So, that will become positive. So, this is negative 1 raised to 3. That will become negative. This is negative 1 raised to 4. That will become positive. So, negative 1 raised to 3. That will become negative. 4 is positive. 5 is negative. So, 4 is positive. This is negative. And this will become 3 plus 3, 6. This will become positive. Okay, so kung mapapansin natin, this is positive, negative, positive. Minus, plus, minus, plus, minus, plus. Okay. Positive, negative. Ayan. So, merong pattern na na-generate. Ayan. So, in between lang siya. So, it will be easier kapag idediretso na natin siyang isulat na positive, negative, positive. Okay, but since nag-start pa lang tayo, nalalaman natin kung saan galing yung mga positive, negative na yan. But kapag mas marunong na kayo, pwede nyo nang isulat na positive, negative, positive. Yeah, so, in that way, it will be easier. Okay, next, I have to get the determinant of the cofactor. So, this will become, this is 4 minus 0. This will become 4. Okay, this one is negative 2 minus 0. This will become negative 2. This will be negative 5 minus 3 times 2, 6. This will be negative 11. Okay. And then next we have, I forgot to encircle that. Next we have negative 2 minus 15. This is negative 17. This is 4 minus 9. This is negative 5. This is 10 minus negative 3. This will become 10 plus 3 or 13. This is 0 minus 6, negative 6. This is 0 minus negative 3, will become positive 3. This is 4 minus negative 1 times negative 1 is positive 1, and that will become 3. Okay, so yun na yung mga bagong member ng ating matrix. But remember na meron tayong mga signs dito. Okay, so